We should have intro.
What's the intro?
Hello, welcome to our channel.
That's the intro.
That's the intro. Hello, welcome to our channel. My name is Ivana.
And I'm Petar, or Peter. Well, we're here to talk about how we met.
Obviously, we can't do everything in just one video, but today just wanted to kind of introduce ourselves and just give you highlights of our story and how we actually, what happened with us and how we met. So everything that happened to us, we couldn't possibly just keep that for ourselves, and we just wanted to share our story, and we believe it's going to be encouraging for so many of you.
I'm a born Australian and my mum and dad are Croatian, so we moved back and forth through Croatia and Australia.
We met 14 years ago, and then I reached out to you over Facebook. We were basically kids, like we are 34 years old now, and we had a life that we had, like both of us.
Which I feel like it was probably for the best that we didn't meet for the first time, because at the same time, you won't, until you're ready for your wife, for your future wife, you simply won't meet her. When was it, 3-4 years ago when I was going, no, was it 2 years ago?
2.5 years ago, I think.
Yeah, 2.5 years ago I was going to Vegas for a mate's wedding, and then it all kicked off. She messaged me, and then we were in contact through after that for about 2 years every day, and every day it went up, 1 hour this day, then 2 hours, then 3 hours, and so on and so on.
And the big thing was that we were 10 hours. It was 10 hours of difference between our countries, because now we live in Croatia, and I'm born and raised in Croatia, but for the majority of your life you were in Australia, right?
That's correct.
So if you don't understand his accent, that's why.
Yeah. So it's a bit hard to keep up the relationship, right? But in the back of your mind, you always, when you meet the person, you just know that's the one, and nothing from then on was hard. It was pretty easy actually to get up and to call her and just keep in contact every day, I guess.
Yeah, I agree, because like for me it wasn't difficult. Actually, it was more like excitement to have a friend and talk to him, because one of the main reasons why everything worked out is because we established our relationship as friends, and we established trust and confidence in
that too, and the fact that I do believe in God, and I believe He put me on a path where I knew she was the one. So even from day one I was telling her I'm going to marry her, and for the 2 years that we're talking every day, she every day told me that we're just friends, it's not going to happen, but I knew what she didn't know at the time, so to me it was like, yeah, whatever. Basically.
Yeah, but the thing is, as I went with my, I think it was 5 years where I was alone. I didn't want to be involved with anything. I wasn't pursuing anything or wasn't interested in anyone when it comes to relationships, and I just decided to find my own life and just hang out with God, and just where I can be in a position to, as a whole person, to start a life with someone, because when I think about emotionally in all kinds of ways, I wasn't happy. Like for me, no, it doesn't matter my job and everything that was going on, I just wasn't happy inside, so I put everything on hold in my job and relationships. I didn't want to do, like, I wasn't interested in anything. And so for that period of time, I was alone, and I said to God, like, next person that I am going to be with, it's going to be the person that I'm going to marry, and that's it. And so the funny thing is, when actually we reconnected again over social media, because before that we didn't even see each other like in person, right? We just were not even friends. Like we would from time to time, just
we'll just FaceTime, text. It all started with texting.
Yeah, and one day, like I said, when you were in Vegas, I for whatever reason, I don't know.
Vegas, baby.
Yeah, you sent me your video from when you were hanging out with boys, and I don't know what happened, why I did that. I sent him a voice message through Messenger, and I remember when he replied back with a voice message. That's the first time actually when I heard your voice, right? And something happened to me. It was like, I can't even explain it. It was like that voice was familiar to me, and even I didn't know. Like I realized something happened, and it's like I said, it's hard to even to explain, but I knew that something is going on. But at the same time, like as he said, he knew like I'm the one. But for me, I was questioning God all the time. Like, is it not? Like, and even he asked me, where do I, after a certain period of time, where do I see this going and stuff? And I'm like, I can't tell you anything. All I know is that I do want to be friends. And as I said, like I believe that's the best thing actually that was the part of our relationship.
Well, I think that's key for every everlasting relationship for anyone.
Yeah.
Is to first be friends, not get out there and think, oh, what do you want in return? You shouldn't want anything. You should just go for it and see what happens, right? And just lead yourself to God and just believe that there is a path, there is a plan. And that's in every sense. In relationship, even in life and business and whatnot. But yeah, it was a lot of effort. Like,
No, because for me it wasn't much more of an effort. It was like something that I wanted to invest my time in.
That too. It was. If there was any effort, it would be just for the fact that there was 10 hours difference in time. So I sometimes had to take days off of time because like our conversation was going on. It started off a little bit, then our conversation was going on for so long. So there was times where I'd be awake till like from 4 in the morning and then go to work at 6, right? And you have to want to do that, to put that effort into someone you haven't even really met. Like we will talk for every day for 2 years. I feel like I knew her, but the first time was about a year ago when I flew back to Croatia to meet her for the first time, and just to take it from there. And yeah.
Yeah. So actually on the day this will be published, it's going to be exactly 1 year that we actually met face to face in real life, and that was again one of the moments that it's hard to describe, because how you can even describe having your best friend, knowing somebody and not seeing him in real life in person. That's just something that like never happened to me, and at the same time was so exciting. And it was, but again, it was like I know you, but still I'm seeing you for the first time in front of me, so it was weird.
That too, but for me it was, again, I lived in my life as in Australia. I had houses, this, that, so I had to basically walk away from all of that and quit your job and leave your mates there just to come here and to see what's going to happen, right? Which was the best thing I ever did. So
it was a miracle that he was able to come from all the way from Australia to Croatia because all of this corona situation, right? So even though he has, do you say dual citizenship?
Yeah, I got dual citizenships. I got 2 passports, and in the time, I knew I wanted to, like, it came to the point where it was like, I mean, like one of us has to leave the country to be able to do what we're doing now. So I knew it was sort of had to be for me. So I started to organise. In the time Corona came, so I started organizing a ticket in Australia. As we all know, went into the biggest lockdown ever, and it was so hard to travel back. And I've applied for like 4 or 5 times, so I applied 3 times at the start through the whole year, and I just keep on getting denied. And then one time I just sat down and basically just had to chat to God and told him, like, if you want this to happen, or I'll give it one more go. And you got stuff you got to do, so it tells you what you got to do. And I basically we decided to I went, sold the house, went on my path, and then basically sent all the documents that I sold the house and I want to come here, and I put down that I met her, and that's it. I'm leaving the country. And on that 4th time, which at the same time I felt like it's gonna happen, but at the same time, because I got denied so many times, it took a whole year to send it for the 4th time, that I thought maybe it's not gonna happen. And it was the first time that in the whole me applying for that I've got a response within 2 hours or so. And then I was just shocked. Not even.
I think, yeah.
It was like an hour.
Remember, yeah, when
The first time
I
was-
was in,
yeah.
I was in Zagreb, and I exactly remember that moment when you told me you're gonna reapply for your
I just had this feeling.
yeah, and I just said like if for any reason you want him to come here, I know how the situation looks like, but just you make it happen. And I remember because it was late, I went to sleep, and the next day, I don't remember if you called me or what happened.
Yeah, message.
You messaged,
I
right?
messaged
And
the-
yeah, and I called you back, and
paper.
we were talking for, I don't know, maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes, and you didn't even mention anything. All he said was, well, didn't you saw the picture that I sent you? And I'm like, no, what? He's like, I can come to Croatia.
Yeah, so basically someone read my story and read it and basically gave me permission to leave the country at the time where you needed vaccines and it was
Yeah.
full lockdown. You couldn't leave the country, and they gave me
Yeah, it was different back
full
then.
permission to leave. And as soon as I got there, the second day I went and bought a ticket. And then a week later I was in, basically told my parents, my brothers, my friends, my boss, quit my job, that I'm basically moving to Croatia.
The most interesting part in all of, when it comes to the story, before he came, he told me he wrote me a letter, and actually the letter that he wrote was the one that he proposes to me. And what was it? 2 days, couple of days after you came?
No, it was the same day.
It was the same day.
Yeah.
Really? Oh my god, I forgot. I'm sorry. So basically the same day. So
Yeah, it was the same night.
why when I read that, I didn't say to him, yes, that's, I want that. It's just,
Like a month later.
yeah, but not even, I think it was less than a month, but when I read that, I wasn't afraid. I didn't say yes, but at the same time, I wasn't afraid because for me, I had peace within myself, right?
It was to me. I was still happy because it wasn't a yes, but it wasn't a no either.
So you knew something going on.
So that was a bit of a relief. It's like okay, I can wait for the answer.
then we talked, and I said like, doesn't make sense to be friends. I want us to be together. But at the same time, it didn't make sense like we're gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend. Either we are going to be together or not. Like, and I know many, like even we in our life before, we had a question. Oh, if we don't live with somebody before marriage, or if we don't date them, like how we're gonna know if this is going to work out. Well, you're never gonna know if it's gonna work out. The main point is, do you believe that you two should be together?
I think the key of every relationship is to become best friends with your husband or your wife, your future wife. It doesn't matter. I think that's the key of any relationship is to first be friends, not to think about what you want after a certain amount of time. Like people go, yeah, after 6 months we're boyfriend girlfriend, then 2 years we get engaged and married. I do not believe it works that way. It just happens. I feel like there's no time period. Some people do. Before I didn't believe it, but some people do get married after a week and live the longest relationships of anyone that's that have known each other for the whole life. So
Yeah. By any means, we are not telling anyone to jump into something. Even when I remember, when we published this on our social media, and everybody was shocked. Like we didn't even know that you are with somebody, right? Only couple of my closest friends knew. Like,
well, mom must tell me I was crazy.
Yeah, that something's going on. Like I remember even my mom thinking for years, like she's alone and what's gonna happen with her? And I'm like, nobody knows what's in my heart and what's going on behind the scenes, because I knew years ago God told me, and I just decided to wait and to basically God, you're gonna send that person to me in my life. And the only thing I knew about you was that you're gonna be speaking English. That's all I knew.
Well,
actually. But I didn't know you were gonna speak Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
But yeah, seriously, it didn't happen overnight. For me, it took 5 years being single, work on my life, on myself, and to become basically whatever that is that I am today.
That too, and then they talk about 2.5 years of us just constantly just being each other in our lives, asking how they was, and just being a true friend. So yeah, like I said, the happiest I've ever been so far. And yeah, I can't wait to see what the next year and the year after brings.
Me too. I'm so excited for the future actually, and we're so excited for our wedding. And if it wasn't for this whole situation, and we wanted to give our family, like basically,
we would have been married by now,
family,
but we're
yeah,
waiting
chance.
because a lot of people coming from Australia, like my parents and my closest mates that have been there for the last 15 years. So they're all going to come in next year, and that is the reason. Out of respect to them and everyone that I know, there's the reason why we're waiting. Which, if you ask me, I wouldn't have, but for them I will. So yeah. So the story will even get better when everyone comes in next year. So, and she gets to meet my mates that I lived with for the last 15 years. Some of them even lived in my house, or I lived in their house at some point in our lives when it got tougher or easier, whatever. So yeah, a lot more to come, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Me too. I'm so excited for the wedding. At the same time, we could get married at the same time actually when we got engaged. So
Well, if it wasn't
for this, like we would be already be married.
that's
right?
well, part of me is like, yeah, it's nice to have a big wedding this that, but part of me was like, I would have been happy once she said yes to marry her a week later. But to respect to everyone that we know and that's helped me and us like now, so it's the reason why we're waiting for like her family to be here, which they do live here, and then my family to all come here, and then we can join basically both families at the wedding. Because some people have, like my mum hasn't met in real life her parents that do talk over Facebook and Instagram and whatnot. But,
We're not with it.
they do, but I'm just saying, a lot of people from my side haven't really never met her and never met her parents that they do talk, but same as me, until I got here, that's the first time.
And it's interesting how everything works out.
It's just funny how you can leave a country for the first to go meet someone that you've been talking to or FaceTiming for like 2 years, but in real life you never met. It wasn't scary when I got to the airport. It was funny. It was funny. It was pretty.
I don't think
cool.
I'll ever be able to.
You're like a little bit
describe that.
nervous, but it's a good nervous, and yeah, everything turned out pretty good.
I just remember walking beside you on the airport, like when we were leaving towards car. When I was walking next to you, was like I already know you. Like it's funny. I'm seeing you for the first time, but at the same time, it's like I've already been through this.
I was just thinking she's so small. I just want to give her a hug. It's like, how small can you be?
Oh yeah, I don't even. I'm 148
Yeah,
and a half.
Don't forget the half. She's 148 and a half. So pretty tiny, but yeah, too excited. Too excited to be here. Too excited to get married next year. Is that it for now? Tune in to episode 2. Yeah, but there's a lot. This is just day 1, I guess. But there is a lot of facts missing out of this whole story.
Anyways, thank you for watching and for being here with us. And just let us know in the comment section what would you like to see next, or some topics that maybe you would like to talk about.
Or if you got any questions, be free to ask.
Sure.
Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for listening, and thanks for...
And we'll see you in our next
Episode.
video. Ciao.